I think Trump was really prescient in recognizing that we'd entered a new phase of propaganda and the propaganda war. And I want to ask you about, we can put V1 on the screen as we're talking. This was Trump's flyover during the Anchorage summit in Alaska with Putin. And if you're not watching this and you're just listening, you may have already heard about this or seen it yourself. But as they're walking the red carpet off of the airplanes, you see this spectacular flyover happening in the skies of Anchorage as Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are walking a literal red carpet in Anchorage, about to greet the press. So, Andrew, on that note, I really was struck watching. I thought today Trump was reveling in the pomp and circumstance, in the Oval Office with the new literal golden age of the Oval Office on display. Yeah. As he sat astride Zelensky. He loved having the world leaders sit around the table and, thank him and participate in this kind of Western diplomacy theater. Do you think Trump is sort of ahead of the media, that he's sort of framing this successfully as a path to peace, such as that if it does happen, he has the upper hand over what the media has been saying for so long because he was conscious about putting out this imagery and being really intentional about it? Am I reading too much into it? Or is this Trump really actually striding towards the historical marker of the golden age in foreign policy, as he would put it?
Well, I think he is far ahead of the press in that he does love the pomp and circumstance. He loves, maneuvering. I mean, that was a great moment when the B-2 flew over. I laughed out loud when I saw that. I mean, it was basically Trump saying to Putin, Iran didn't like them and you won't like them either. And I thought that was, it's really funny stuff. The difference between Trump and the press is Trump understands that it's all make-believe, that it's all maneuvering and all image making, whereas the press takes it all very, very seriously. I mean, these are things that people do. In some ways they're petty, like when your boss sits you in a chair that is, lower than his chair or something like that. It's that kind of petty maneuvering. But
Ben Shapiro would never do that.
No. Well, you can't tell if he's sitting in a chair that's lower than yours.
Set you up for that one.
Yes,
Softball.
Yes,
Right
I appreciate the straight man. But he understands that these are things that are happening. But he also understands the realism, the realities on the ground. I mean, that moment when he was yelling at Zelensky that time, and he said to him, "You just don't have the cards to be talking like that." That was just true. That was just the truth.